Charlie and Mike. Charlie and Mike. Talk about it. Tell the truth. God and country in the booth. We stand strong. We hold the line. Won't shut up. Not this time. Hands on heart, eyes up high. We were made to testify. Charlie and Mike. Charlie and Mike. God and country, we stand right. Truth on fire, we won't hide. USA, USA, side by side. Let them hear us, clear and loud. One small voice can move a crowd. Charlie and Mike, God and country, we stand right. Truth on fire, we won't hide. USA, USA, side by side.
Rock it out. What'd you think of that one, Charlie?
I like that a lot because you can't dare, after hearing that intro, say, what's the name of the show again?
Right.
That's awesome, man. Well done. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, KSD 94, see you in the chat room. Kim Knight, they wrote. Kim Knight. So they're already ready. They haven't forgotten that we said we were going to talk about that last week. That's funny.
Oh,
Thank
how
you.
you doing today?
That's none of your business. What are you writing a book?
Yes.
So,
yes, actually I am. AI book.
I actually had 10 and a half hour AI book, 10 and a half hour drive yesterday. Didn't get in till about 2 a.m. And
I saw you on TikTok postings from Needles.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even recognize that it was you at first. I just recognized it was Needles.
Mm-hmm. How'd you not recognize it was me? I wasn't on camera in the beginning.
You weren't on camera, it's just your voice, and I wasn't paying that close attention. And then you said something, I don't remember how you said it, and I said, well, that sounds like Charlie.
I said I'm from Bakersfield, and as bad as Bakersfield is, we always knew that Needles was going to be worse.
Yeah.
It's a place called the Wagon Wheel, and it's this restaurant that's been around for almost 50 years, family owned and operated still.
I think I've been there, but it's been a long time ago.
It's awesome. So if you're on TikTok, I finally am. I fought it for a long time until my president forced the Chinese company to sell it. I don't know how he pulled that off, but it was brilliant. So I went ahead and started a TikTok page. But I'm Charlie Simons 1 over there, CharlleeSimons 1, because somebody already had Charlie Simons.
They stole it.
And it's a woman, of course.
Well, you should get to know her.
That's what I'm thinking. Need to meet her. Hey, I'm Charlie Simons as well. Let's talk.
Creeper.
I was at an event down in Las Vegas, and I'm so glad I went. Not for the event so much, and I'll tell you why in a second. But for the people that I met, people that I got to meet there and hang out with. Some of them I consider great friends. Mark Messina is one of them. Rick Renee from Faith and Freedom TV, who I'm going to start being on there, and I want to get you on there too, Mike, on his TV platform. Scott McKay, the Patriot Street Fighter, I finally got to meet him. I've had him on the show like 5-6 times. He's kind of like a mentor to me when I started off in podcasting. He really coached me and helped me.
I met him at a Clay Clark event in California, Anaheim here.
You said he wasn't nice to you.
Well, not in that environment. Not very many people of those folks of the podcasters were nice. They were cutthroat.
Really?
Oh
See,
man,
that sucks.
I
So
mean, it
you
was,
were one of them. You're talking about the Clay Clark thing. The what do they call that? The Freedom Tour or whatever that was.
yep. And
Save
I went
America.
media. I went as media twice to them, and then God told me not to do that no more. So I didn't do it no more.
I know that wasn't God telling you that because God doesn't use improper grammar. But I was at one of
speak to me. He said, "Look, one time, this true story. One time, we're in this prayer group, and this one lady that I know is wife of a good friend of mine, and when she prays, she just brings. It's like Elijah bringing down fire from heaven. I mean, she's just dynamic, anointed, powerful prayer warrior. And the next day or whenever it was, I was praying again to God, just me and him having a conversation, and I said, Lord, how come I can't pray like that? And he said, because I didn't make you to pray like that. I made you to be simple.
I can do that.
Kissing me. Are you calling me simple? Yes, God talks to me simple because I'm simple. There you go. Now you know.
Okay, that's funny.
He comes down to my level. And that's how great God we have. He comes down to my level to talk to me on my level.
No, I agree with you on that. I'm just teasing with you, of course. I kid because I love, but no, I agree with you. He does. He meted us. He meted us right where we are, right where we is. So anyway,
that
I went
podcasting experience just right out the window.
I went down to. I'm hanging out with you too much. So I went to Vegas for this event. It was called Bring Down the Heavens, something like that. Dagnabbit, I already forgot. Anyway, Mary Crowley Ministries, and familiar with her?
Crowley, there's a bigger that's been around a while. Crowley, and when they were like artists or musicians or something, wasn't it?
She was an actress and producer, and she's done a lot of stuff.
I don't know.
Excuse me, but now she's quite the evangelist. But she's putting together these shows and these gatherings, and having people like Juan Osav in there. He wasn't there in person though. It was a Zoom conference then. Lewis Herms, Lewis Herms, Kathy O'Brien. There was a good lineup of guest speakers and
name dropping. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm really not, because unless you're into that podcasting world, you have no idea who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But the trip from there, it got interesting. I already don't like Vegas anyway. I just don't like it. It's creepy and dirty to me and very demonic. There were a lot of prophetic people there, and they were saying that God has told them it's not going to be Sin City anymore. It's going to be Salvation City.
I heard that from other people. Several different people have prophesied that over.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. And they were talking about that, like the Luxor is going to be called they're going to be changing the names of the casinos.
Well, I don't know about any of that. God hasn't showed me anything, but I do know this: that when you read dystopian after the shift type books, prepper books, that the Las Vegas is a subject, because when the electricity stops, the water stops, and Las Vegas is about 10 minutes away from drying up like a prune. So
like that.
If you could be anywhere in the world during a shift of society, you don't want to be in Las Vegas.
Like the grid going down from an EMP or something like that. Yeah.
Whatever it is, zombie apocalypse, EMP, just chaos.
You got nothing. You got cacti and scorpions. That's about it outside of the city.
Walk to your next drink of water.
Yes, exactly. I'll go up to the Hoover Dam and I'll drink out of the lake.
What, a million other people?
Exactly right. Nobody ever thinks about that. Well, I got a gun. I'll go hunting for food. And you're not thinking that everyone else will have who have hunted before been out there and
probably in Vegas. Jackrabbit,
I know. I'm just saying that's the kind of stuff they don't put a lot of deep thought into this. What's going to actually happen when everything shuts down and all hell breaks loose?
This is why we talk about the being prepared and not crazy prepared, but having some shelf-stable food. On the Patriot Mike Show, we talk about this, and having some palatable water at least a couple of weeks. I mean, because around here we got tornadoes. It's the same thing. One's made by GM though. And or we have out in your neck of the woods, you got the earthquakes. On the East Coast, you get the hurricanes. Can't call them hurricanes anymore because that's sexist. That's right. And in the Northeast, you got the great blizzards that roll in and stuff like that. And in Texas, you got the coyotes. I mean, the two-legged kind. But
yeah, exactly. I'll never forget so many in the media were making fun of President Trump when he was talking about the coyotes. They're so freaking ignorant. And I was like, they are called coyotes, you idiots. And then when we had the big fires here in Northern California and he came out and flew in when Jerry Brown and Governor Hairdo were touring the burn sites at Paradise, the town of Paradise that used to be Paradise. Now it's
yeah. That was up north, wasn't it? That's up.
Yeah, and he talked about
before the latest rendition of Burn Down California.
Yeah, he talked about combing the forests. You're not combing the forest, which is an actual term, and the whole media lost their minds making fun of him. Combing like a comb? Are you gonna brush it too? You remember all that? And I was like, you sound so stupid. That is what it's called. But they don't know. They don't care. They're just so ready to jump and attack. There are no journalists anymore. I hate the media. I hate my own business now so much. And I'm starting to feel the same way about my fellow podcasters, buddy.
Yeah. It's a dirty business. I
had a great conversation with somebody I like, somebody I respect and admired. And we were talking about, podcasting stuff and Joe Rogan and everything. And I said, yeah, I'm just sick of the language. And I know this guy cusses like a sailor who retired from the Merchant Marines who used to drive a truck. And he goes, yeah, that's not really me. That's all a persona. The way I dress and my cussing and everything. He goes, that's not really me. I just started doing that. Yeah. And it got a lot of attention. And that's when my show really took off.
You talk about combing the desert. It reminded me of something.
Forest.
The forest. This is combing the desert.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere in the sands of Vega.
Tell them to comb the desert. Do you hear me? Comb the desert.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's from Spaceballs. Yes, I remember.
Are we being too literal?
No, you fool. We're following orders. We were told to comb the desert, so we're combing it.
Found anything yet? Nothing yet, sir. How about you? Not a thing, sir.
Okay, this is the only funny part.
What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
That was the funny part of that because he could.
Well, you had to build up to the joke.
You could have cut that bit down considerably.
I understand, but you had to build up to the joke for the joke to be funny. So
yeah, and that part was. But it was just
when you started talking about combing the forest, that's what came to my mind. So.
Yeah, I got you. So what's going on in your world, Mike Cook?
Well, speaking of building up for a joke, they had Senate hearings today, and Kash Patel was in the hearings.
My boy Cash,
Chris Van Hollen, Senator Chris Van Hollen, who's got a claim to fame, decided he was going to get in Cash's face, and a little something like this. We'll just add this.
Let's see it.
This is awesome right here.
Occasions when your security detail had difficulty waking or locating you. Is that right?
Nope, it's a total farce. I don't even know where you get this stuff, but it doesn't make it credible because you say so.
I'm not saying, Director Patel. It's been written and documented.
You are literally saying it.
No, I'm saying that these are reports, Director Patel.
No,
and
unlike
I
your
will
baseless
say,
reports,
Director
the only person
Patel,
that was slinging margaritas in El Salvador on the taxpayer dollar with a convicted gangbanging rapist was you.
you know,
The only person that ran up a
Director
$7,000 bar tab in Washington, D.C. at the
this
lobby bar
suggests to me
was you.
this
the only
suggests
Goodness.
room
the allegations
that has been drinking
are
on
true.
taxpayer dime during
Are
the
you
day
polygraphing
is you.
Director
This is
Patel?
brilliant.
These are serious allegations that were made
This
against
is
you.
brilliant.
They're filed.
You drinking margaritas with a gangbanger
Actually,
is true and on
it just
video.
goes to show
You
don't-
running a
this
$7,000
goes-
bar tab at the lobby bar
Director Patel,
has been filed by your own
this
office.
goes to
You drink
show
during the day. That's
Chairman.
you.
I love him.
With hypocrisy.
Chairman,
I will not be tarnished by baseless allegations
let me
and
ask
fraudulent statements from
questions.
the media.
the fact that you mentioned that indicates you don't know what you are talking about. Now, here,
It's on
The
video.
only thing I know is you're the one who fell.
actually,
Not only is it on video, but I have the video, or I have the news broadcast about the video. I
Let's
couldn't
see
find the actual video.
Bring it.
I could only find the news broadcast.
Cash Patel is my hero.
I mean, this guy right here, you're a drunk. And just to recall, you remember Maryland Man. The Maryland Man, the one that was a human trafficker, drug dealer, wife beater, illegal alien immigrant that was shipped back to where he came from, and the big controversy. Here you go.
Van Hollen announcing he has met with Kilmar Abrego Garcia in El Salvador.
That news coming down in just the last hour. Van Hollen was originally rebuffed by leaders in El Salvador in his attempts to meet the wrongfully deported man. Kenneth Bowton's live in the newsroom right now.
Wrongfully deported.
Jim and Angie, the new image is spreading like wildfire
Yes.
on social as this deportation controversy intensifies for the Trump administration. Here they are, Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen meeting with Kilmar Abrego Garcia. The Democrat was first blocked from entering that infamous Salvadorian prison to check on the wrongly deported man. But obviously there was a major change today leading to this moment. The two appear to be in a restaurant. Garcia not in a prison uniform, but street clothes and a Kansas City Chiefs hat. The senator wrote, I said my main goal of this trip was to meet with Kilmar. Tonight, I had that chance. I have called his wife, Jennifer, to pass along his message of love. I look forward to providing a full update upon my return. The president of El Salvador also posting on social tonight, appearing to troll this meeting, saying now that Garcia has been confirmed healthy, he gets the honor of staying in El Salvador's custody. So many questions tonight. We reached out to Van Hollen's team asking how meeting came about and where it took place. The legal and really political battle over Garcia's deportation continues with a number of ugly allegations, including possible ties to MS-13 that Garcia denies. The Trump administration insists it has no power to bring him back.
Well, the truth is he was illegal. But but there's more. There's more. I have more. Just thoughts. These are just
Bring it.
thoughts.
I love this.
Let me pause this. Let me get back.
I hate the media so much though. Did you catch what I pointed out earlier? Wrongly deported. That's the crap that they do. They'll throw this stuff out and they'll just say it over and over and over again.
Oh, I got more, but I didn't load it up. Let me load it up real quick so I can put it on the show, because there was a story I
came to the show already loaded, so I don't know what.
Well, you and Chris Van Holden.
I just came from Vegas. I'm loaded.
Let's see here. This is the one. That's just I was figuring it out the last minute before the show came on, and I forgot to put it on so that I can show it. But I decided I remembered the story about the congressional package liquor store installed by Nancy Pelosi, and I just asked AI, does it still exist? See, Nancy, I can't do it now. I have an impression.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah. I can't do it now because I'm on the spot. But anyways, the Nancy Pelosi package. I said, is there still a congressional liquor store located in Washington, D.C.? Which it says there. Yes, there is still one, and it says as of May 2026, that would be like this month. It maintains weekday hours 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday hours from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. House office delivery as of 2022. The House serves vendors. What is that? Sudoku? What? Sudoku? I don't know.
Sodexo.
Sodexo, is that a drink? I don't drink, so I don't have no idea. Same day
No,
on
that's the
demand
company
alcohol.
that does the deliveries.
Oh, I see. Beer, wine, and liquor
House food
directly to
services.
lawmakers' offices.
Oh yeah.
Brandis has drinks on demand.
Oh yeah.
Let's get me more beer. I just want more. What more before I go into the conference?
They get everything. They get everything. People who don't. There's. You've heard about the what is it? The hoe fund, or what do they call that? Where
Oh, the slut fund.
slut fund. Yeah.
It's a
So
slush fund.
they're completely It's like the star high school or college athlete who coach will take care of everything.
Oh, yeah,
You just
yeah,
get out there and play. Don't you? You just did what to a girl? And you left her on the side of the road and did
You're
where?
leading me to something. I talked about this on my show today. There's a slut fund. You're absolutely correct, and it's millions of dollars has been paid out to cover the indiscretions of people,
Especially
in
with the
Congress.
interns, Bill Clinton.
But some people in Congress don't need the slut fund because they have their own slush funds. For example, Thomas Massey's ex-girlfriend has come out. Have you seen this?
Wow. No.
Identify any evidence or
Yeah.
identify witnesses?
Yeah,
Did you comply with all those requirements?
I did.
And in the course of filling out those documents, did you by any chance list Thomas Massey
I
as a
did.
potential witness?
I did, yes.
How did he react to that?
Well, out of courtesy, when I started the process, I called him up to let him know. And he was very angry. And he said, you're just one person, that you can't make a difference, that you need to just walk away. And then he had $5,000 that he said that he would give me if I would just walk away. I didn't take it though.
Because she's worth at least 10.
No, he has cash. So it's part of his cow money, right? It's his non-traceable money.
Cow money.
Oh, wait a minute. You said it's part of his cow money?
Yeah, because he's got cows. He sells cows and he gets cash and he keeps it kind of. Yeah.
He doesn't report it?
No.
Okay. In the hood, they would call this walking around money.
Oh, that's awesome.
But wait, there's more. Let's put our way back machines on and go back in time to, I don't know, the early 1990s when Kenneth Starr was looking at the Clintons. What was that about? You remember? It wasn't about Monica Lewinsky. That was what they threw out there to get everybody to go, oh, look at this. Monica Lewinsky was the cover-up.
Ken Starr.
What was he looking at? He was looking into two things down in Arkansas when they were governor.
The Rose Law Firm.
Rose Law Firm was doing what?
I never did quite understand that.
Whitewater real estate deals.
Whitewater. I remember Whitewater.
They made a ton of money in this. The other thing was Hillary Clinton had invested $10,000 in the cattle futures, and in a few weeks made $100,000.
Right.
Now, I know a bunch of cattle farmers. We're in Missouri. This is like cattle, corn, soybeans, cattle, and chickens. That's what we do here. And none of them are making any money. But Thomas Massey's got walking around money where he can just $5,000. Money's not reported. Just I buy cows, I sell cows, I make money. What was going on with Hillary Clinton? She didn't make money in cattle futures. It was money laundering. They were paying her off through the futures. I don't know if that's what's going on with Thomas Massey, but he seems to have some walking around money to pay off his ex-girlfriends when the situation arises.
What were they offering her 10 or $5,000 to keep quiet about?
She after she broke up with Thomas Massey, she worked for the government up there at Capitol Hill somewhere. I don't know exactly what she did, but she got fired. And they offered her, goes on further to say that they offered her $60,000 out of the slut fund. But if she took the $60,000, she'd have to sign an NDA. She said, I'm not going to do that. So she didn't take the money. You see, evidently, she's pissed off at Thomas Massey. And what's it say? Hell hath no fury than a woman scorned. Well,
this is awesome.
Yeah, that just
Stinking rhino, filthy rhino.
That's a good time. I can't stand the guy. I really can't. I know a lot of the people follow me. They like Thomas Massey, but this is a muse over, and I've been saying this for months now. I have officially demanded that Thomas Massey release the names because let's look at the little meme here. It says Massey promised to name Epstein abusers in September. Still silent 8 months later. In September 25, Representative Thomas Massey publicly vowed to use the speech and debate clause of immunity to identify Epstein's abusers on the House floor. 8 months later, he's named no one. He invokes the victims daily while trying to bash Trump, while the billionaires he's promised to expose remained protected by his silence. So Thomas Massey said he had the names and he was going to name the names. Where are they? Where are they? You know, you screamed and hollered for months. Trump, 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 Epstein, 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 Trump, Trump's covering up. You're saying it the other day. Trump's covering up. He released millions of documents, but he's covering up. You, sir, said you had the names. You, sir, need to come bring out the names. We demand the names. Funny.
Just like Adam Schiff. Same story. Only different party. Really, they are the same filthy part of the same filthy bird, aren't they?
Yes.
As you say.
And since we're going down this connected thing, did you see that Marjorie Taylor Greene just sold all her properties and bought a $5 million place in Costa Rica with her beau?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I can't blame her. Costa Rica's awesome.
I'm sure it is. It's wonderful. But I have to ask, why did Marjorie Taylor Greene quit in the middle of her term?
Oh, well, same with Kevin McCarthy because I'm going to take the ball and go home. I don't get to be speaker. I quit, despite the promise that he made to all of the people who voted for him as their congressperson. But Marjorie Taylor Greene,
supporter. She was supporting McCarthy.
Oh, I know. Now remember though, I'm always very honest. I had a little bit of a crush on MTG. I thought she was quite fantastic, and when all this went down, I was like,
she was
no,
pretty good, but
what happened?
You know, you're only as good as you are, and you got to ask yourself, what are you hiding?
Yeah, exactly.
She be hiding something.
So yeah, that seems to be pretty apparent, doesn't it? All right. Well, have you heard about what's going out here in Cali? Going
Which
back
one?
to Cali. I don't think so.
That's right. I don't think so. I got a friend at one of the churches I visit, this real bambostic. She's a little older than me, gray-haired lady, and she's from California. She's from Anaheim. And I say, California is a great place to be from. She says, it sure is.
From. Yeah, exactly. I get it. So let me call up this gem right here. Had it all ready to go just a minute ago. There it is. Okay, girl. Go ahead on.
You guys have seen this, but people are literally begging for another COVID 2.0 scenario with hantavirus. Like, they actually want it to happen. Now, if you've been tending to IRL things and haven't been chronically online, which I applaud you, you might not even know what hantavirus is. But apparently it's some sort of outbreak that happened from a cruise, and it was because of rat poop or something. And in the comments of these, you see a bunch of people saying, don't dock, Don't get the people help, essentially. Let them die because, yeah, that's what they're saying. Let them die because if they come here, more people are going to die. That's our logic and all that stuff, which I think we should try to help everyone, right? If somebody is on a cruise and they're on a ship and they are
Why does that keep doing that,
ill
Dagnabbit?
and they need medical attention, I think they should have access to that medical attention. And then obviously if something is contagious and deadly, then yeah, it'd be nice if they could take proper protocols, but actual proper protocols, and not have another situation like we did with COVID, because that was a nightmare. But these people in the comments are actually wanting another lockdown. And I know a lot of people are joking about it, but they do. People are apparently wearing masks now. They're trying to bring masks back, and they genuinely want a lockdown. There are the youths in the comments saying, oh, I'm going to be a famous influencer this time when this next lockdown happens. Can't wait. They want a lockdown. They want to be getting checks from the government during the lockdown. They want to be absolved of responsibilities and all of that with a lockdown, to where they don't have to do anything but sit at home and order food. And it's pretty insane. So just saying.
Melanie Mac go boom. Anyway, that's I'm sorry for all the glitchiness. I'm not quite sure what happened, why that was going on, other than I apparently have sucky Wi-Fi. Yeah,
Professor Scarf, Bricks, whatever her name, Brox, what her name was, Dr. Scarf, the one that had the scarf on during the Rona, she's just come out and said that we need to be PCR testing everybody, mandatory PTR tested, because, to be on the safe side. Of course, the not the Surgeon General, but one of the deputy surgeon, I don't know, one of the folks up there.
I was hoping she'd be in jail by now with Fauci. That was what I was hoping.
In the government, they have come out and said that it's not contagious, and that the only way that you can go person to person is you have to be in direct physical contact for a long period of time. Kind of like the Brokeback Mountain stuff in the office chamber, the back office chambers of the Senate, kind of like that. It's kind of like monkeypox. You really got to be intimate with somebody to get monkeypox.
Oh, I got what you're saying. Monkeypox, that was hilarious. They tried to push that on us, and then it turns out it was from pushing other things into other areas. It was a sexually transmitted disease for the homos, homo males for the most part.
And this doesn't necessarily for the homo males, but you had, in order to get it, you have to be like digesting rat poop. Or breathing in.
Basically, yeah, you got to collect a whole bunch of it and then squeeze out a little rat urine on it and mix it up just to make it a little bit
right.
to where it'll stick to you better. And
yeah, now
make a facial mask out of it.
If you're around a contaminated person, you have to be in close proximity for a long period of time.
And macking, got to be macking in the back seat.
Something.
Dr. Judy Mikovits, you know her.
I don't know.
Maybe. Awesome. mRNA scientist, doctor, extraordinary woman. Had a conversation with her today, and she goes, "It's a lie. It is ridiculous. They're going to try and push this and get everybody else scared. It's like I always say, it's an election year. Time for another virus to come out to scare people away from going to the polls."
Well, with the court
keep them locked inside, vote by mail, try and keep that alive to where they can cheat. No better way and easier way to cheat in elections than getting idiots to vote by mail. That's what this is all about. It worked under COVID, and they're doing it again. And there's morons in the Bay Area here in NorCal already wearing the mask while they're driving around by themselves in the car and so on.
Do they got their gloves on too?
Oh, sure.
And their goggles.
Oh, yes. Yeah, she said this is going to fail because it is not easily transmissible. And she said the people who were dying on that ship were dying from getting the COVID shot. These are people who are going to die anyway, and there's obviously some kind of flu went around there. You're on a floating petri dish, just like in an airplane, only you're on there for days and days.
It's bad enough when you get on the Carnival Cruise Line on a ship that was built 28 months ago.
And you already got DNA covering everything, if you know what I'm saying.
That ship was built in 1953. I'm just saying. And so where did the rats come from? The ship.
South America too.
It's and so you're
doing a cruise in South America, which is where the hantavirus is.
I just like, you guys are out of your mind. I don't want to go. I don't want to go on a brand new cruise ship. I don't know. That's just no. But here they are.
Have you ever been on one?
No, the only thing I ever was on was a little ferry that went to Catalina Island. That's
okay. I don't want to hear about the ferry you were on, but I do want to tell you this. I used to feel the same way about cruises. I wasn't interested. I didn't want to go. It seemed stupid. I'd rather explore, get there, fly there fast, and then rent a vehicle and get the heck away from the tourist areas. That's how I travel. And then I went on a cruise ship because it was free. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. It's a lot of fun, actually.
Sounds fine. If it wasn't for the people and all the stupid stuff and the diseases and the
There's all kinds of things that would be more fun if it weren't for people.
I know, but that's one of them for sure.
I'm telling you, if you ever actually went on a cruise, and stay away from Carnival, actually go on a real one. Norwegian's a good one. There's others, and you'll change your mind. It's pretty dang fun. It's pretty cool.
I'll stay right here in Central Missouri. It'll be okay.
Pretty cool. So anyway, you've got your own cruise ship there anyway, and you got your own cruise ship anyway in Branson, don't you now?
Well, pretty much everything you want.
Exactly.
So, Branson's actually pretty nice. That place has grown like crazy though, but it's a pretty nice place. Yeah, it's pretty. The thing is about Branson, it's like Las Vegas without the hookers, the gambling, the smoking. It's kind of like that. So
I know. Someday I want to see it. Someday I want to experience.
You should go. It's got the shows and it's got the theme parks,
restaurants.
It's got the restaurants. It's all that stuff, but it doesn't have the hookers, the crime, the gambling, the mafia, that kind of stuff. Other than that.
All right. Let me show you one other thing too. I found out, speaking about the hantavirus, and then we'll get to the other stuff I was talking about. Are you hearing that?
Nope.
Huh?
I'm not hearing nothing.
You're not hearing it? Okay. Dagnabbit. Someday I'll figure this all out, and it'll be really exciting when I actually do it. What?
Everybody's saying they love Branson in the comments.
Oh yeah. Oh, see. Oh, there we go. 24 Diane Sharp. Branson is Kewl. Kewl. Yeah. So it's extra special Kewl. Okay, here we go. Watch this. Watch it.
I'm watching. Technical.
That didn't work.
I don't know what you're doing.
Dagnabbit. I see what's happening now. It takes me directly. Oh, I suck. I wish I were better at this. I really do.
Thing. One of these days, you know what we need? We need one of them high-priced producers. I talk about this, by the way. I played a clip from Stu Peters. He was throwing a temper fit. That's like his shtick, anyways. He was throwing a temper fit that
he's always mad
that he's being subpoenaed because the Turning Point USA folks are suing Candace Owens, and they're subpoenaing him on any emails or conversations or whatever between, and he's like, I'm not doing it. I'll delete whatever I want to delete. Actually, they didn't actually subpoena him, but they sent him a do not delete or destroy. That's part of the,
oh, smart.
You can't do this to me. I'm a red-blooded American, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, and you'll be held in contempt of court, just like everybody else.
Just like every other red-blooded American.
Right. Anyway.
He is when I first started in podcasting, somebody introduced me to him and I was like, oh, I like this guy. Oh, he's great. And he was really calling out COVID. And he's the one that did that. He did like 2 or 3 films all about the COVID stuff. I'm not thinking of the names of them, but I actually had the producer on. And I was a big fan of his. And then all of a sudden he just jumped on board with the whole, we hate Jews.
Yep.
I'm like, what just happened?
We hate MAGA. We hate Donald Trump.
What just happened?
I'll tell you what
happened to Stuart Peters.
Same thing with Candace Owens. The same thing with Tucker. The same thing with Megyn Kelly. Their production, and you know, you've been in the bit. What does it cost to have 4 or 5 producers, and to have the studio and the quality of the cameras, the quality of the lighting?
Oh yeah,
we're talking millions of dollars.
Oh sure.
Stu Peters' production is millions of dollars.
Yeah,
it's no joke. It's not $85 a month, which is what I'm paying for our production, right? It's not that. It's a lot more, and they have multiple producers. Those guys don't work for peanuts, right? Those guys get paid a lot. So you got to ask yourself, how did Stu Peters, who started in 2020 just like I did, go from nothing just like me to millions of followers? Candace Owens, same way, just overnight. How'd they do that?
I don't know. Tell me. Please tell me more.
They bought their audiences.
Because they what?
They bought. You could buy an audience.
What do you mean?
7 cents a viewer. You type in your magic Google box, buying audience for social media. There's companies that sell audience. Sell views and likes and follows and
actual real people, or they just pad the ballot box and make it look like that many people.
It's kind of like the 2020 election. It's kind of like that.
Oh, great.
But here's the key. Go look at my show. Go look at your show. Your regular shows that you put on. You have about the same amount of followers on Rumble. You get what? 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 views on your shows, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. And I do too. Consistently 3,500 to 4,500 views. I have 6,000 followers. But you go take a look at Tucker Carlson. So take a look at Stu Peters. He has millions of followers. He gets 85,000 views. If the numbers work out the same, and they do, because if you look at Dan Bongino, they do. If the numbers work out the same, you should be getting 50, 60, 70% of your followers watching your show if they're real people. Let's just say when you get to 1 million that it drops down 40%. I mean, is that unreasonable? 40%. If you've got 1 million followers, you should get 400,000 views, give or take, right? But you go look at the shows, you got 1 million followers, you get 80,000 views. Why is that? Because it's not real. Same thing with Megyn Kelly, same thing with Tucker Carlson, same thing with Candace Owens now. There was a time when they were getting views, but everybody's sick of their crap.
That doesn't explain why they're bashing Jews and Israel and President Trump.
They were bought and paid for to be patriot mythology insurgency. They were put in for such a time as this so that they could gather a conservative audience. Boy, I had a meme that I wish, let me see if I can find it real quick. But so that they could create a conservative audience and then flip and see if they could pull that conservative audience away from Trump and MAGA and all that stuff. They were put there on purpose.
Who?
The same people who were a danger to our democracy, a danger to our democracy, a danger to our democracy. Remember all that?
That was Sinclair Broadcasting.
Yeah, but it was Sinclair Broadcasting, but it was orchestrated.
Oh, completely. And of course, the left-wing media only pointed out what Sinclair was doing, but it's like one of our people commented earlier, they accuse others of what they themselves are doing. That's what the mainstream media has always done, filthy pigs. Hey, White as Snow, thank you for complimenting my RCA dog, and thank you for knowing what that is. That's Nipper right there. And I got a story about how I got that too, by the way. But thank you. for acknowledging that. So before I get off topic, before we go off topic, I wanted to finish this.
I'm looking for something. Go ahead.
Okay, good. I wanted to finish this hantavirus thing.
Yeah.
Why did this whole cruise ship thing? First of all, as I said, it's an election year, so it's time for another deadly pandemic to come out. Keep everybody voting by mail and not doing it in person. And there are suckers on the right who will fall right in line. Unfortunately, I already know some who are already, well, Charlie, I was going to go ahead and wait, like you said, and vote the day of and actually go take it to the ballot box, but I'm just going to vote by mail. I don't know, this whole hantavirus thing, I've got, oh, son of a bitch. Oh, God, what the hell is happening to my own people? They're already falling for it. What did you learn 4 years ago? Apparently nothing. Apparently nothing. So I'm like, why did all this happen with the whole cruise ship thing, the hantavirus thing? Dr. Judy Mikovits said it's not even easily transmissible. This is ridiculous. They're just trying to throw this out here. And then this dude came up. What are you doing?
I posted this. This is what I was looking for. It says all of them together couldn't beat Trump. You got CBS and CNN and WS and CARE.
So they bought ours.
Yep.
Interesting. Dagnabbit. I didn't want to get off this hantavirus thing. Now you just took me off it.
You could go back to the hantavirus thing.
Okay.
We're good.
So I'm like, why is
it's actually the same thing? It's the same thing. It's the same people. It's the same. It's all fake. It's Hollywood. It's made up.
Point. You have a very good point.
Same people.
And did you see the guy on the ship who posted something and begging for help? Please help us. We're trapped on this ship. And he kept looking to the right like he was reading a script.
He's got another video from 2021 where he's telling everybody to get vaccinated.
Isn't that something?
He was wearing the same green shirt.
Isn't that something? So isn't that something? So anyway, I'm thinking there's something else. There's something else.
Everybody says.
I talked to a couple of doctors now, and they're both saying no. Not going.
No, it's garbage.
Yeah. So
Rob
I'm thinking, what else is there? What else there could be? So watch this. Watch this now. Because I don't know why this guy doctored his voice. He did. It's goofy, but he's right.
Listen, I'm not saying the hantavirus cruise ship was fake or an industry plant. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is there was 28 people arrested on a Disney cruise ship for filming and distributing CP. But you didn't hear a thing about that, did you? Because all the news, almost every news story this week has been on that hantavirus cruise ship. So when you look up cruise ship, guess what's going to pop up? Not that Disney one. I'm not saying I know anything. I'm just the messenger here, right? So I don't know what to believe. I'm not saying it's fake. It's not. Why would you ever think that? Why would you jump to such crazy conclusions? I'm just saying it's a little strange. It's not often that a cruise ship is viral on the news and on the internet. 2 in the same week, and one is overwhelmingly more viral, more in the news, front page of every single news. But the other one, it's horrible. I mean, what they're doing is disgusting. No one's heard of it. Again, I don't.
He's right, and Disney is saying, "Oh no, we fired them, and that's not our policy, and we didn't have it." Oh, I'm sorry, you fixed it, and then I took it away.
That's okay. Or fighting over the controls.
See, both Mike and I are used to being solo. So we have to run our own board. So we're both competing for making the show look better. But there's one thing he brought up, Mike, and I did it. I went and checked. I thought, well, I'm gonna see if he's right. I Googled, which I despise, cruise ship,
and the only thing
and he's right.
Well, this was, by the way,
kept coming up about not the Disney cruise ship where 27 frickin' child porn freaks were distributing materials and also shooting video of the children on the ship.
And the other thing is that
I would have gone into a murderous rage if I was a parent and I was on that ship and I found out that was going on. Murderous rage.
So a bunch of the bunch of the lefties were all crying. They went on a cruise ship and arrested a bunch of immigrants. They were just trying to, some of them were even handcuffed in front of children in their uniforms. Oh, yeah, they left out the pedo part. They left out the pervert part and the trafficking part and all of that stuff. They didn't arrest them. It wasn't even ICE. It was FBI and Border Patrol that arrested them. And it was because they were doing a bunch of nefarious crap. Not that they were illegal, because the ship was out of the Philippines or someplace. They could have been on the ship. They didn't come in the port. They didn't enter the country illegally. They didn't leave the ship. A bunch of child porn stuff. That was, I don't know how much more of that goes on these cruise ships. Anyways, that's a whole nother story.
You got a family. It's a family cruise. Disney has been in the business for decades. I swear to you, Disney is one of the most wicked, evil, demonic companies on the planet.
Before you move on, let me point out one other thing. So I mentioned it's a danger to our democracy, dangerous to our, and I've heard every insider in the media, yeah, that's Sinclair Broadcasting. No, it isn't. You know how I can prove? They were the ones that did it that time. I can prove it's not. Because I'll give you another one. Gravitas. He has gravitas. He brings gravitas. It's gravitas. You remember gravitas? Gravitas.
Do you have that? Do you have that?
I don't have that one right now, but it is what happened. Do you remember it? When George W. Bush was running for president.
Of course I do. I remember all of it. All these years I've been in the media all my life. I know what they do. We get marching orders. They get marching orders.
So
I never did.
Everybody discounts when I say it's a danger to our democracy. That was just Sinclair. No, it's everywhere. They all do it. Gravitas.
No,
I never even heard of the word.
I said that. I could have sworn I said that. I said they all do it. So I go around, I do a little Google search, and I just put in cruise ships, and nothing came up about Disney. So then I put in Disney cruise ship in the search engine up above, and this pops up, Fox Channel 9. I don't even know where they're out of, nor do I care. And they did a story on, there's the Disney cruise workers busted in child porn and sting, hauled off ships for deportation. And the video that accompanies it, health authorities monitor hantavirus cruise passengers. That's the video. And then you get down here, the more the two, then you can actually read about the story. But the video is about the Hanta thing. And you were talking about people being outraged that they were arrested. Look at this woman here. Can you read it? Is it big enough?
I can't see it.
You cannot see it?
No, I mean, I can see it, but I can't read it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You got all quiet all of a sudden. Where'd you go?
I'm still here. I leaned back from my mic.
There you go. You leaned back with your mind on your money and your money on your mind.
Right.
Darmy Mehta told the California Post that she was a passenger on one of the ships and that it was really unsettling seeing the arrests, including one worker who was her server during the 5-day trip. He served me meals and he took them away, and he was really good. I was going to tip him. He was in full uniform, which was in a blazer and a tie. Some of the other employees were still in their chef's uniforms with their name tags on it. Oh, the humanity.
It's horrible. Just imagine how upset they were. Just imagine how upset they would have been.
What if she did this when she was talking?
When they put a bag over her head and dragged her down to the sub-basement of the ship to scurry her away when they got to wherever they're stopping, some tropical island somewhere, to never be seen again. Yeah.
These are people on a Disney cruise ship who are outraged, not the fact that Disney employees, not all of them, but probably most of them, were in a child pornography sting. The guy in the TikTok video, you notice, kept saying CP instead of child porn. That's because
you can't say that on TikTok.
They will pull you down. You can't even, and same with YouTube. The fact that I just said that will probably get this show taken off both of our YouTube channels. But I'm done with this. I'm not going to play their game anymore. I'm sick of them hiding and pussyfooting around, and idiots like that woman on the cruise ship, all upset because these people were arrested and they seem so nice.
Oh, they were wonderful people. I just wonderful people. Like I said, here's the thing. How many of these cruises, do you see the videos? You see the my wife watches the mystery ones, you know, where the lady or the kid or the dad or somebody just disappears on a cruise
The
ship.
murder mystery things.
Where'd they
those are
go?
fun. Those are
Golly
fun.
gee, they were here 1 minute, then they weren't. Shazam! Maybe it was the aliens they're releasing all the information about. I don't know. They're going through the Bermuda Triangle and poof, they just disappeared. I don't know. You know, I was watching something. I was watching that was pretty wild. It was a TikTok video. It wasn't a TikTok video. It was something. I don't know where I was scrolling and come across it. And this guy was talking about this girl. It was a girl. She was talking about she used to be homeless, right? And she was a vagabond. She traveled here and traveled there and did whatever homeless people do, right? And of course, she said she was addicted and all that stuff. That goes along with it, parcel of the whole homeless gig. She said that one day she was in this homeless deal down in Louisiana, and this van drives up, and this woman and this man get out and say, "We got jobs. You want a job?" It was in the evening time, so we're going to take you and we'll bring you back. You'll be back here in the morning. He pulls out wad of cash, got $250 cash. Everybody come with me. Like 4 or 5 people lined up to go with him, and she's like, you know, I'd already taken my drugs and stoned out of my mind, so I was just going to sit there and get my buzz and be good, right? And these people, they came up and they checked their hands and their feet, and they kicked 2 of them off, took 3 of them, and they never came back. They never showed up and never saw him again. Then she said she was up in Chicago.
They checked their hands and their feet.
Checked their hands and their feet. And she was with the guy happened to be named Mike, and got up there and a van drove up, and the same 2 people got out. This is like 10 years later. Same 2 people got out, did the same spiel.
Oh, man.
And while they were doing this, the Mike guy got up and said, "Don't go with them. Don't go with them. They never come back. I've been at other places where this van shows up. They never come back. Don't go with them." And like 3 or 4 people went with them and never came back. And she
even
asked the guy,
saying that people still got on the van and went.
Yeah. So she asked the guy, "said well, what do you know about this?" He goes, "I've 3 places that I've been. I've seen this happen, and they don't come back. I don't know what's going on." And so
what were the age of the people they were taking, by the way? Were they indiscriminate or didn't matter? Or
didn't matter.
Really? As long as they had nice hands and feet?
I don't know. And so I went and started reading in the chat.
Wow.
I started reading in the chat. It's like, okay, what's this? You know how they are. You know what everybody's saying? Snuff films.
Oh, good Lord.
Snuff films and organ harvesting is what they think it is.
Probably both.
Pretty wild. And you see, if you're collecting people from the homeless camp, you're probably somebody that is completely disconnected from all of their contacts, friends, and family. Nobody would know. No one would complain.
Nobody wants those organs, though. Those organs have been rode hard and put away wet. Nobody wants those organs.
Selling them.
The snuff film thing, yes, I can believe it.
But wait, when you're selling the organs on the black market, you're not going to tell them where they came from.
Good point.
I mean, I'm 30 years as a
you got
Richie Rich. You don't tell them about the Bondo.
You got Richie Rich Chico asshead. He doesn't care. He wants to live 25 more years, so he's going to take those kidneys.
Right, and that's what one
from
person
some homeless dude who has drunk himself into almost nothing.
Yeah, drugs.
Oh well, that's the chance you take. It's not like it has a money back guarantee. Get those kidneys out of here and put in some good ones. I want my money back. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
wow,
not gonna do it. It's just saying.
Dang, dude, that's scary and freaky.
Yep. So, anyways,
speaking of scary. Speaking of scary and freaky, I wanted to get to this whole free diapers thing, but I wanted to see what you had first. It's your turn. Are we going to talk about the chemtrails, by the way? Chemtrails?
Yeah, we got to get to that because the fans want it. But do your diaper thing. I don't have anything else. I just had Cash Patel today. So what's diapers?
Okay.
The diapers. That's Gavin Newsom, right? Wants to give out free diapers to everybody. $200 million.
You haven't seen that?
I saw the article. I don't think I talked about it on my show. I didn't get there. Too much other stuff to talk about, but he's that's his new thing. Free. It's trying to out Zoltron there in New York City. So
yeah, it was a very good point. Let's start with Steve Hilton, who could definitely be California's next governor. He's doing well in the polling, as a matter of fact, so far on top, or even over all the Democrats, and he's almost doubled now over Chad Bianco, which is unfortunate because I've become quite a Chad Bianco fan. But in a perfect world, we could get 2 Republicans because of our jungle primary crap here. 2 Republicans going for the governor's race in November.
In the next few, you got when's the primaries? Like only a few weeks away, ain't it?
June 2nd.
Sometime between now and June 2nd, whoever it is that works for Nancy Pelosi is going to go around, put a gun to a couple of the lower ranking people's heads and says, you need to get out of the race.
Oh, hell yeah, that's coming. Oh, yeah, that's coming. Okay, so anyway, here's Steve Hilton explaining now what Governor Hairdo's doing. Come on. Is it the computer or is it the Wi-Fi?
I don't have an answer to that question. You should be able to click on it, make it bigger, though.
I think it's my cheap computer.
Well,
I'm going to start it over.
Well, you Mr. Professional. Not supposed to have any downtime, are you?
Is it still not going?
It's still not going. It's not going, my friend.
Oh, I just figured out why.
Operator error. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
This is embarrassing. I am so sorry, everybody. Please accept my apologies. Sincerely.
Here, drop yours off the screen, and while you're trying to get that figured out,
I figured out what I've done wrong. Here, note to self: this will not ever happen again on this show. I will always isolate these videos and make sure I've captured them first instead of relying on actually trying to go to the site where they are, because then you have to deal with ads and all kinds of stuff, don't you? Here's the deal. Now you'll see it. I'm glad you said something because I was thinking you were seeing it all that time.
Oh, I was wondering why you were being quiet. So I was kind of like, dead air, Mr. Pro.
I'm really glad you said something. Seriously, I thought all this time you're watching it, you get it, and it's good. Because I only have one computer. See, I only have one computer screen. Normally, how Mike does it, he's got 2 going, so he's got that going there, and it's always happening here. 3, you got 3 going. I got one little old Dell laptop. Okay, here we go. This time for sure. Let me make sure it's up there. There it is. There's Steve Hilton. And roll it in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so Gavin Newsom is taking $20 million of your money to send 100,000 babies 400 diapers. That works out at 50 cents per diaper. We just came into Target to check out what you could buy it for in the store. Here you go. Just check this one out here. $162, $26. That works out at 16 cents per diaper. Gavin Newsom's diapers are 3 times more expensive. This isn't even Costco. Why is it 3 times more expensive for Gavin Newsom to send diapers to 100,000 babies than just leaving the money in the bank accounts of the parents in the first place? Because it's going to some total bullshit non-profit, which the cronies of his are going to make money. And that is what is wrong with California. Instead of just cutting taxes so you can afford diapers and sending it out in this ridiculous bureaucratic scheme.
He's absolutely right. That is what's going on. Only he doesn't get into enough detail, really. He doesn't get into enough detail on all that. It's
the diapers don't really cost
some kind of.
The diapers don't really cost that much.
Well, that was his point. That was his point. One thing else.
That's the grift. That's the grift. That's where they're going to get all the money to launder and stuff like that.
And instead of government doing this, they're doing it through yet another NGO, non-governmental organization, where it's a nonprofit called Baby to Baby or something like that, out of SoCal.
What do you call it when a government works with corporations in conjunction with each other? Like Ferdinand Porsche worked with Adolf Hitler. What do you call that type of government? What do you call that?
Tyrannical?
Fascism.
Fascism.
Fascism was Mussolini, right? He came up with fascism. It's a socialism. It's a socialist communist deal. It was just a slightly different philosophy. Instead of government taking over the corporations and redistributing the wealth, government co-ops with the corporations and allows the CEOs of the corporations to still be in charge, but just under the direction of the party. That's fascism. It's still socialism, still government control. And now the new form of fascism are these non-government entities that are totally government entities. So that's what that is. So that's a good time. So it's just another form of grift. It's the Leering Center just with diapers.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And only the big difference here is it's Jennifer Newsom, who it's her buddy who runs this charity, this nonprofit.
Oh, I'm sure they're bestie friends. Well, with that,
And that's Governor Hairdo's wife.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, this woman does.
They're all hanging around with each other. So
this woman right here knows. Watch this. I'm never going to do this again. This is completely disjointed and ridiculous. And again, my apologies to everyone, but I'll try and make sure I don't ever do this again. But here we go. Watch this.
State. Sounds great.
Just fine for me.
Good.
Right? Wait a minute, because this is how they get you. Newsom says the Golden State Start program will give families 400 diapers when they leave the hospital with their newborn. And of course, leftists are using this to claim that Newsom and Democrats. Here's the thing. At 10 diapers a day, 400 diapers will get a family with a newborn through about 5 weeks. The program is going to cost the state upwards of $12.5 million next year alone, up from $7 million this year. So I'll let you do the future math. That money is going to be funneled through a nonprofit called Baby to Baby, which will then hand out their branded diapers to 400 participating hospitals. California has about 500 plus hospitals, give or take. Oh, and did I mention that Baby to Baby's CEO, Nora Weinstein, is really good friends with Gavin Newsom's wife and even sits on the board of her California Partners Project? Baby to Baby's board is also stocked up with Hollywood celebrities, including Miranda Kerr, Ciara, Julie Bowen, Kelly Rowland, and Jessica Alba, most of whom donated to Gavin Newsom's campaign. So instead of lowering taxes and letting families keep their own money so that they can go buy things like diapers, California takes their money, pumps it through a nonprofit that's stocked with Gavin Newsom's political buddies and campaign donors, whose CEO made $240,000 in 2024. All to provide a free service that's available only in select locations. So that cash then lines the pockets of the people at the top. California taxpayers end up paying through the nose to the tune of millions of dollars for overpriced diapers. And Democrats call it compassion and use it to solicit more votes for people who are too ignorant to recognize this Ponzi scheme.
She's absolutely right.
Yep. And the thing is about it, it's $12 million or, it's got $120 million by the end of next year. These things never stay small.
No,
never stay small.
Here's one question I've never heard anybody ask yet in the media. Where are the diapers from? Think they're Huggies? Think they're Pampers? You think they're an American company? Do you think they're made right here in the good old US of A? This is the same idiot who...
They're the cheapest diapers they can get anywhere in the world. Shipped in from China, Malaysia, Philippines, India, someplace.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're made with nefarious materials.
It's all a feel-good land grab, basically, and there will be people lining up, including on our side of the aisle, brother, who will go, well, this is a nice thing. And then it will come out that they're doing it only in hospitals that take Medi-Cal, which is basically Obamacare, California style. And then whomever takes over that governor, because Newsom's termed out. He can't run again. So let's say Steve Hilton does go, and he's a Republican, and he goes, this is a tremendously ridiculous waste of our money. We're ending this program. These free diapers, they're only going to take care of you for about 5 weeks. This should be handled through a nonprofit, through donations, not the government's job. And what's going to happen? People are going to scream. He hates babies.
My diapers. Oh my God, my children are going to die. Oh, what am I supposed to do if I can't get my Pampers from the government? Well, how about you just go? I mean, it's just like with the SNAP cards.
This state is broke. How is Gavin Newsom thinking? I know. Let's spend more money. High-speed rail. Let's spend more money.
It's just like the SNAP cards in Florida where they cut off all of their sweets, and this one lady going, how am I going to get my soda pops? How am I going to get my creamer for my coffee? I can't even get the creamer for my coffee. And I'm like, it's right there in the store. Go buy it. Well, how am I supposed to go buy it? I ain't got no monies. Well, why don't you just mow the neighbor's yard for $10 and you can go get your creamer for your coffee and your soda pop. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, grifters like us, we do these shows to get a few dollars for soda pop. Why can't you? Post your video on TikTok. You know, you might make $2 or $3.
Yeah.
Get your coffee creamer.
TikTok. TikTok, by the way, won't monitor. TikTok won't monetize me because I put up a video that they deleted and took down about chemtrails. Chemtrails.
3 videos up, 3 videos down, and then you'll won't have an account. So it'd be great.
YouTube, I have 2 strikes against me at YouTube. They will not monetize me. Rumble's the only one that I'm on a platform that actually monetizes shares, advertising dollars, basically with contributors.
Absolutely.
Last month I made $52.
Oh, by the way, you were doing a show today, and you post on the. If you want to watch Charlie's shows, go to the Patriot Mike Show on Facebook. He posts over there, and I was scrolling through and it popped up, and I was kind of watching it. Guess what? I had to watch 3 ads on your show. Now that's on my platform. You know how much they don't, that's an unmonetized platform, by the way. They do not monetize the Patriot Mike Show platform. They had 3 ads. I had to sit through, you're talking along and it would stop, interrupt the show and play an ad.
Now that was through StreamYard. So is that StreamYard playing the ads or is that Rumble?
Facebook. You were
Facebook playing the ads.
Facebook playing the ad. Yeah.
Dang.
All of them. Thieves. I pay for. There's no ads. There's no ads on StreamYard because I pay for the service. So, anyways, there is that.
But people watching it though, they're not paying, so they still have to sit through commercials. I have yet to see what my show looks like if somebody's actually watching it on Rumble. I don't know because I can't. Every time I try and open up Rumble, it automatically goes to my,
Oh, you mean with the commercials and stuff? It's the salt trick. That's the joke on my show. You got to watch the salt trick. With one simple salt trick, I grew my hair and other things.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really? They have a lot of those? I saw one of those today. Some woman talking about, I accidentally spied on my grandfather who was using the baking soda trick in the shower.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're great.
What?
That's the joke on my show is the salt trick one. It's a baking soda trick and all this stuff. Yeah, it's so you was talking about they kicked you off of I don't know, one of the channels because of the chemtrails. TikTok didn't like the chemtrails. Well,
yeah.
So here is my question for the chemtrail believers.
Okay.
How do you explain this?
Those are contrails, different.
Why are they different? They're the same thing.
Because that's actual condensation from the hot exhaust of the jet engines up in very high altitude.
Those are not jet engines.
What are? Oh, they're props. Well, it's the hot exhaust, though. It's the hot exhaust and high altitudes. What?
Yep. This is World War II.
Yeah.
What about
so
those?
it's same thing. They're very high
What
up.
what about those?
I don't know what the heck that is. What, do they have a dogfight up there?
That's yes,
Why would they
that's
be
World
that
War
high?
II. That's over
That
Britain.
can't be World War II. That's World War
Yeah,
II?
That's World War II. Over
Huh.
Britain.
Well, it might have been. It's cold there, buddy.
It's cold up at 30,000 feet. Here's another one.
Those are contrails, condensation trails.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
And exhaust trapped
Yes, they
in
are.
with the ice. It's a
Yes,
hot
yes.
exhaust.
Yes, they are. Now let's. I got another post here. This is right here. Okay.
Mhm.
This is the various types of contrails, and you can see. I don't know if you can see it, but it. Oops, I hit the wrong button. It says at 40,000 feet. Okay, that's this one. Right. It's very cold, minus 60 degrees. Very high humidity. When there's very high humidity, that's why some days you don't see them, some days you do. You know, one of the things that I see the contrail, the chemtrail. Oh, look at they're cloud seeding the skies today. There's going to rain tomorrow. The question I have is it cause and effect or effect and cause? Are you seeing the contrails at 40,000 or 30,000 feet? Because the storm is moving in and the atmosphere is beginning to gain moisture at altitude. Or are they seeding the clouds and making the storm come, which is what people are saying. And here's another thing. They confuse contrails with weather manipulation, and they're not the same thing. Not even
No.
close.
And weather manipulation is very real. We the U.S. military, have been utilizing
Weather
that.
Manipulation, not control.
Right. Well, good point.
Let me show you something that the cloud seeders, they control the weather. People put posts up like this. This is the flat earth of weather. Now,
The
what
flat
plane is
earth
that?
of weather.
Yeah, they just make stuff up. What plane is that?
That's the Warthog. I love the A-14.
The Warthog is not seeding the clouds. They're not using warthogs to seed the clouds.
Well, bring it back up again. It doesn't matter what kind of plane they have. You're just dispersing stuff into the air that causes a reaction with clouds and
Yeah, but
condensation.
they're
and
not
so on.
using the warthog to do it. They're not.
Well, okay, maybe not. So some goofball did it wrong. Shouldn't have used that plane. But even, the point
Here's
is, it
another
doesn't
one.
matter.
Here's another
Okay,
one.
Okay.
What's that plane doing?
Crop dusting.
No, it's firefighting. It's a firefighter plane.
Oh, got it.
Dropping water.
Yeah.
They do this. I thought I had another one. There's another one. They do it all the time. The
Oh,
caption
I
on
see
this
what-
picture is cloud seeding and chemtrails. That's the capture on this video. That's a firefighting plane.
Do you think people actually take that seriously?
Yes,
People look at it
they
and go,
do.
"Oh, there's
Yes, they
proof."
do.
You think
Yes,
so?
They do. Yes. Now here's another one. Look at them seeding the clouds. The problem is when you use the AI for your, what's going on here? Are these Iraqi or Iranian missiles? What's going on?
Maybe they missiles, yeah.
What's going on?
Why is it coming out of the wheel?
Exactly my question. I want to know. And then you take a look at these. I'm not sure. Maybe those are the aliens, those little bulb things that's what they're using to manipulate
That's
the
it.
weather.
It's aliens are doing the cloud seeding, yeah.
So, and I want to show you this. This is cloud seeding right here. United Arab Emirates government fails to control artificial rain or produce it, and the most per capita spending on cloud seeding is the UAE, and they say it's an utter failure. They have not been able to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But this is it right here. Here's another version of it here. There are really companies doing this. And there's another one right here. And these
I know I didn't know there were companies doing it. I thought it was still basically just the government had to control it.
All kinds of companies do it. It's an industry.
Okay.
It's an industry. So,
well, I hate that. Who's paying for that? And why are they doing it?
Well, people
Who's
that
paying
want
for that? Ultimately, who do you think's paying for that?
Well, you and I are, of course.
Exactly.
This is hard to see, so I'm not going to get into it, but it shows how it works theoretically. And here's the thing. Yes, they seed the clouds. Yes, they think they can get 10 to 20% more rain out of cloud if they seed the cloud. It's really up in the air whether or not that's technically happening. And here's the thing about it, though. They can't make the cloud.
They what?
They can't make the cloud.
No. Got
They
it.
can't make the cloud. So, butt in and object with me anytime here. Now, this is a video that I've been sent as proof that they can make clouds. I've been sent this video 1,000 times. Stop
Okay.
sending me this video. I'm going to
They
bust
can
this
make
video.
clouds. All right.
Make clouds. They send me this video. You've probably seen it.
Through which they played white noise to simulate the sound of a rocket. They then sent a number of trucks in different directions out into the wilderness, and the drivers were ordered to stop when the noise levels became acceptable. This gave them an imaginary boundary line, and anyone living on the inside of it was offered a simple choice. Stay, and you'll never hear another television program as long as you live. Or take the NASA shilling and get out.
Now, wait, here it comes. This is
No
the
one
reason
spoke.
I started it here is because this is where they start. This is where the TikTok video starts.
25,000 acres of nothing. They even had to move 5 cemeteries because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead. Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And as it turns out, the cleanest.
It's just steam, right?
Well, wait till this is the video they send me. Watch.
Cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you. It's raining.
Okay, see, Mike, see, Charlie, see, they made rain. But let me show you something. You've been in the business a long time. Watch this. What is this? Tell me what this is right here.
Washing. It will actually rain.
What's this called? Did you see that? What's that called?
An edit?
Yes. So is this the same day? Is this the same place?
Doesn't even look like the same cloud formation. And same with the whole thing. When it was raining, the sky in the background didn't hardly have any clouds in it. So it's like somebody standing over with a shower, they're squirting a hose above your head.
This is at one of the military bases in Louisiana. Let me ask you a question. In June, July, August, in Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, or I did get in the wrong order, Georgia, what are the odds it's going to rain that day? Because I know when I lived in Georgia,
Very good. At least once a day.
You had 98 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
98% humidity.
100% humidity. Yeah.
50% chance of rain.
Oh, yeah.
So now let me show you something. What was that? That's a cloud making machine. It's a cloud making machine. Let's get to the Paul Harvey version and the rest of the story. This is how we're manipulated, people. This is how we're lied to believe these stupid conspiracies that get us chasing down the rabbit holes instead of focusing on the things we need to focus on. And this is how they get us to look like a bunch of kooks. See, it's a cloud making machine. No, it was not a cloud making machine. The video wasn't even about a cloud making machine. Mind you, it's the BBC, so you get what you get. This is what the video is about. I just rolled back to the beginning of the video, the part they cut out when they make the TikTok video.
This is the shuttle's fuel tank. It may only be 130 miles to space, but to cover that distance, the engines will use 500,000 gallons of fuel. And that works out at 2 feet to the gallon.
2 feet to the gallon.
Despite the cost, however, NASA does need to test these engines once in a while. So
Not
they
like
built
my old pickup.
It's an engine test facility for the liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen engines on the space shuttle.
Okay.
When you mix liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen together in liquid form, they spray it into the engine there that creates a boom, a giant explosion. And it's a
I love
continuous-
hydrogen power. I wish we would explore that. Hydrogen rocks.
So my point in that is this is not a cloud making machine. This is a rocket test facility, and they're testing rockets. But they edit it and put it out there on TikTok.
They
and
worked a whole
Facebook.
story around that testing to make it look like they were making a cloud.
Yep. Yep.
To what end?
So that you will believe that man can manipulate the weather and make you look like a kook. That's the end. That's to what end?
I
Now,
don't know, buddy.
Man
I
cannot
believe-
manipulate the weather. They can maybe adjust it around the edges a little bit, but they don't even know where weather fronts come from. They know they exist. They know how they exist, but they don't know why they exist. They can't make the high pressure and the low pressure.
I've seen too much. I've seen too much. I've talked to too many people. I've experienced it myself. I've seen it myself. I do believe there is crap being sprayed in the sky. Bill Gates talked about it, protecting us from that wicked sun. So they do a sheen. We don't have any more real true.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
By the way, have you seen the recent video of Al Gore?
No.
You haven't seen it? Al
No.
Gore, he said, the earth is going to end. I can't do his accent today. I don't know. I have his accent down perfect during the day. In 5 years, I can't do it. I ain't got it. Anyways, 5 years, he said, we're going to burn like a crisp, and the oceans are going to rise because the ice cap's going to melt. That was in 1996.
Yeah, it was.
Today, he says we got 5 years left.
5 more years.
With a bunch of money, it's going to be an ice age. Do you know why?
5 more years.
Because the earth goes through maximums and minimums, and the maximums and the minimums. It gets hotter, it gets cold. Not the earth, the
Yes.
sun.
Why we had an ice age, for heaven's
The
sake.
sun,
But,
the sun gets, it's a 30-year cycle, a 100-year cycle, 1,000 years. There's all kinds of different cycles. And so when the earth gets warmer, which it did in the 80s and 90s, or when the sun gets warmer, the earth gets warmer. It's weird. Like you turn the fire up, it gets warmer, you know. And then we're going into a phase starting about 2005 that the sun's starting to cool down. We're right in the middle of that right now. So they got to change their theories. So I kind of want to say that. But here's the thing. So Bill Gates is going to cover the clouds and cool the earth and all this stuff. They haven't done it. It's a grift. He's just trying to get a bunch of money. That's the truth. But who's to say that will make the earth get warmer or the earth get colder? Because if you crack open the Bible said that there was waters in the heavens, that when Noah's flood came, the waters of the heavens poured out on the earth. Scientists say back in the day there was a band of water around the earth causing a greenhouse effect. And cutting
yeah,
out
it didn't rain. They had no idea what rain was.
Right. So
the
so my
ground came up
point
from the
is,
earth. I mean, the water.
reading the Bible tells me that if they start injecting clouds or materials into the sky, then it may not necessarily make it cooler. It may make it warmer. Because the earth had two things was going on in the early days. Is it was more oxygen and there was more pressure. That's the two things that were going on. But you're talking about spraying stuff. The truth is, I believe 100% the government's spraying stuff. I just don't believe it's coming out of the back of commercial airliners. Here it
I don't
is.
think it's the government. I don't think it's the government.
Well, here it is. Yes, the U.S. government conducted numerous secret field tests from the 1940s to the 1960s involving the release of bacterial chemical
Then I'm talking
compounds
about now. I don't think it's the government doing it now.
over populated American cities to study the vulnerability of the U.S. to biological warfare. These tests, which involved hundreds of secret experiments nationwide, were often carried out without the knowledge and consent of the public. And it said Operation Sea Spray 1950, the U.S. Navy sprayed large quantities of Sarenta, I'm not going to try to say whatever it is, bacteria from a ship over the San Francisco Bay Area. The goal was to see how the biological agent would spread in the city, covering 48 square miles and exposing approximately 800,000 residents. Shortly after, 11 people were hospitalized for serious, rare bacterial infections. St. Louis,
and one
Missouri.
died.
Army sprayed zinc, cadmium sulfite, a fluorescent powder over low-income areas of St. Louis. So that's not the areas where Jasmine Crockett lived. Documents show that this was one of the test dispersal patterns. New York City subway in 1966, the Army scientists dropped light bulbs filled with the same bacteria they did in San Francisco to track what would happen. And the Pentagon in 1949, in an early test, operatives released bacteria into the air conditioning systems at the Pentagon. So the government will do nefarious stuff nefariously.
To itself, to its own people. Dang. But what's going on now, I don't think it is. I think you got a whole lot of zealots who are interested in two things. One is like Bill Gates with his Save the World campaign, and he's part of the whole New World Order, one world government, depopulation. Depopulation.
I hear you on that. The problem that I have with the clouds in the skies you see coming out of the airplanes, and everybody's talking about the TikTok patterns, and everybody's talking about how many aircraft, Google it, how many aircraft are in the air at any one time over the United States.
I got you.
But how many?
I used to watch far more than ever was before, probably in our entire history, unless there was
in the
war
50
activity.
to 100,000 number.
Yeah, I'm sure.
On time. And you know, the other thing is
none of them are Spirit Airlines anymore, though.
Well, yes, and I wouldn't want to fly on them anyways. So
I did.
I hated Spirit Airlines. So here's the other thing: they fly in patterns. They fly in lanes. The aircraft and controllers put them in lanes. So if you live over
and different elevations, I mean, you're flying east to west, you're going to be higher than the ones flying west to east.
Make the different kinds of contrails because depending on the airspeed that's in the air, the altitude, the temperature, the available moisture. So I'm just saying, here's the thing. My son was a crew chief on a KC-135 tanker when he's not anymore. He works on the B-2s now. But he said they can dump the entire contents of the tanker, like if they had the emergency land, from altitude.
You have to jettison the tanks,
It would never hit the ground. It would have dispersed in the air and never hit the ground.
Interesting.
If they're dumping chemical, my father-in-law said this to me, if they're dumping chemical at 30,000 feet, it's going to land in Europe because of the winds. If they're spraying stuff, and I just read to you what the government's admitted to doing. The government would never not admit to what they're doing. If they're spraying stuff on our cities, it's not coming from the airliners. It's coming from lower flying aircraft in the middle of the night.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that.
That I would believe.
I know somebody who busted some of the pilots who were spraying, followed them to the airport, got in there and came at them with a camera and a microphone. What the hell are you doing? Where are you from? 2 pilots from Canada.
But they were flying at lower altitudes though. They weren't up there at 30,000 feet doing it.
No, crop dusting.
See, here's another thing. I talked to a guy. I talked to a guy who sells the nozzles. You know, everybody's got a job. It's crazy. He sells the nozzles that go on crop dusters. They're government regulated. They can only disperse a certain pattern and a certain amount. And he said that those crop dusters, when you see them come in and they get down and they spray, and they go back up between the power lines, like this. I have a friend that does that for a living. So, I mean, the guy walks around with a bucket to carry his cojones, you know what I mean? But he says the chemical when they're spraying on the crops, right? Whether it's herbicide or whatever you call it, bugicide. What do you call it?
Liquid fertilizer too.
Fertilizer, whatever it is they're spraying. They have to use a particular nozzle at a particular rate, and they have to fly at a very specific altitude. 5 feet too high, 5 feet too low. Too low, it burns the crops. Too high, it doesn't disperse. It has to be at a certain altitude that they spray that. So what I'm saying to you, all these people, they're spraying stuff in this at 30,000 feet. Do you know the disbursement on that's going to be? Do you know how much? Here, these are my arguments against it. How much you would have to have inside that aircraft to produce a contrail or a chemtrail that goes from horizon to horizon? Do you know how far the horizon is when you're standing on the ground on the flat Earth with the magnetic thing going around? I'm kidding. When you're standing on the ground and you're staring up at the sky and you're looking at the sunset over here and the sunrise over there, you know how far you're seeing? Do you know how far that is?
Very far.
You're probably looking at 1,000, 1,500 miles. And for an aircraft to disperse that you can see it with your eye, understand, if the KC-135 tanker drops his whole content in, they can do it in 60 seconds, my son said. They can drop everything on that plane in 60 seconds. You can't see it. It'll be a gas, it'll be a vapor out of the end of where they dump it at for about a length of the plane, and then that's it. You can't see it. But to make it visible, that you can see it from horizon to horizon, the plane wouldn't be able to get off the ground. It couldn't fly. Just consider that. And I know
more than one. They have more than one plane, and they're doing their own crisscross. I know the difference between contrails and chemtrails. You can't deny the way they disperse, and it creates like a sheen, like a tarp or some kind of muslin covering over the earth to protect us from that wicked sun.
Right here. It depends on its altitude.
Okay.
Depends on its altitudes and conditions. My point is, they would have to have tens of thousands of aircrafts dedicated to this. The infrastructure,
They've got billions.
No, they don't actually. They don't. Airplanes have to be rebuilt every so many hundreds of.
Why are they finding all these? When they test soils, like Shasta County, for example, in NorCal, is one question. Where they're, huh?
That's a great question. Where is the
soil samples they do, which is,
I know,
is
but
just loaded with
aluminum.
And it's going onto the trees, and the forest fires have like never before. And if you know anything about when you grind up metal, iron oxide, anything, it's extremely flammable. And it is going to finally make its way down to earth, and it's covering trees. And when a fire hits, boom, it explodes never before.
You live in the desert, and you're not allowed to cut up all the underbrush, because the spotted squirrel skunk might get herpes or something. Out here in this area, we don't have that problem. But here's what I'm asking you. So you got all this aluminum, blah, blah, blah in the ground, right? And they sample it. I'm not denying they're finding it. My question is, what's the control? You see, when you test something, go watch Mythbusters. You have to have a control that's neutral, that says this is the baseline. So this is an anomaly. So you're saying this is the anomaly, but where's the control to say that it hasn't always been that way? That's all I'm asking. I can't explain to you how the aluminum, whatever it is, gets there or got there. What I'm asking you is, how long has it been there?
Okay. Gotcha. Makes sense.
Where's the control?
What about Bill Gates? I wish I had the video of him talking about doing this.
I understand. Bill Gates is a nut and a grifter, and he's trying to get.
But he's making it happen.
He's not. He's not doing a doggone thing. Not until the government gives him money to do it. He's not spending his own money on that.
Hell yeah,
Are
he
you
is.
kidding? No, he's not. No, he's not. He's a grifter and a liar, just like the rest of those billionaire class. George Soros doesn't spend his own money. George Soros doesn't spend his own billions.
USAID. That's right. A lot of it was through that.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. I'm telling you, Bill Gates does not spend his own money for his little pet projects. His own money is his own money. He don't spend his money. He's spending your money. And until he gets your money, he's not going to be up there trying to. Those are all. I mean, the guy wants to build a giant mirror in space, to which Elon Musk said, that won't work. That's just dumb. So, and who's the one that could do it if he wanted to? Elon Musk.
Elon, yeah.
So, yeah, that's just my only point in all of this stuff. To get down to it, believe what you want to believe. Believe what you want to believe, Charlie. It's fine with me. But understand that you believe in faith, not facts. Because just like I showed you, I can't prove everything I'm saying. And you can't prove everything you're saying. But I believe God's in control, that this is his world. He gets to manipulate the weather. I do not believe. See, if you're getting it from a podcaster, if you're getting it from somebody you interviewed, if you get it from a book, if you get it from YouTube, if you get it from HBO, if you get it from the BBC, you're taking in faith that what they're telling you is real. Just like I take in faith what the Bible says. I take in faith the laws of physics and aeronautical engineering that says some of this stuff just can't be. It's faith. And what I try to get people to admit to is that they believe it's a religion. They believe in, they have faith in what they've been told on their conspiracies. And so I'm saying, direct your faith in a different direction. Trust in God, not in man. Man
Well,
cannot
yeah, absolutely.
man
That
cannot
bottom
block
line.
the sun. Man
Well, we're in
cannot do
complete
any
agreement.
of this stuff. Now, what they can do is grift and try to make a bunch of money off of it, but they can't. You can't control the weather because you don't know what the weather is. The Bible says you don't even know where the wind comes from. Right? God says, when I shut up the winds from the four corners of the earth, what are you going to do then? How's your harp and your cloud seeding going to work then? Right. So we know that there's high pressure and low pressure, and we know that storms come from the difference when there's moisture in the air, but we don't know how they get there. We don't know where the high pressure, how it happens, how it's created. We don't know. And so if you don't even know the basics on how a storm is created to water the earth, how are you going to manipulate it? We don't know that if
climate change, it's all to combat climate change, to protect us from that wicked sun.
Climate changes. Yes, we had to get rid of Aquanet and R12 refrigerant because of the ozone, which turned out not to be a problem. Now we have to, what is it? CO2. Everybody's all upset about CO2. They're putting scrubbers to scrub CO2 out of it. Do you know what happens if let's just say Bill Gates gets it done, teams up with the Elon Musk and George Soros and makes a giant CO2 scrubber and scrubs all the CO2 out of the. By the way, it's only like 4 parts per million. It scrubs all the CO2 out of the atmosphere. What happens?
What's
die. What's the result? Yeah.
We die.
Why?
Mass depopulation.
Yeah, I understand. But why do we die?
It's integral. It's for life. We got to have it.
What do plants breathe?
Carbon. Monoxide. Carbon monoxide.
CO2.
CO2, carbon. Yeah. Is
They
that
breathe it,
monoxide?
and
Well,
what
that's
do
what
they-
comes out of an exhaust in a car, isn't it? Carbon dioxide, monoxide. I get them confused.
Oh, we breathe out. Plants breathe in.
Yeah.
And what do they produce when they breathe it in?
Oxygen.
Yeah. So if we get rid of all of the CO2, we get rid of all the oxygen.
This is why this has got to stop. We can't be letting these freaking nutbag billionaires go around and do whatever they want and spray whatever they want into anywhere that they want. We got to stop this. Somebody's got to talk about this and make this end.
Stop it. However, they can't do it. It cannot be done. The earth is not theirs to destroy. God says, I'm going to destroy the earth. And it's no more water, but fire next time. That's an old song.
Yeah.
It's going to rain. It's going to rain. Better get ready. You got to stay in line. That song. Don Francisco, I think, about 1980. No more water, but fire next time. God is God's earth. God's in control. No matter what we think we can do, we can't. God's in control. And it's his earth. Now, you remember everybody says, it's harp, right? And I always ask people what harp is. Nobody can give me an answer. They're saying that harps was causing us to be able to see all the way down to southern Missouri into Arkansas, the northern lights. Remember earlier the last year or so, we get to see the northern lights? They're causing all that. They're saying that it's the aliens or asteroids or something causing all these shooting, these big, huge asteroid things that have been like, there's been like 30 or 40 of them since the beginning of the year. Have you seen that? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Big fireballs in the sky.
Meteors?
Talking about? Meteors, the big ones, all that you can see during the daytime, all over the country, all over the world. Other things are happening. You see, Jesus said,
look to the heavens.
He said, there'll be signs and wonders in the sky.
Right.
I don't think it's harp. I don't think it's man. I think it's God, because I have faith. And that's the difference. That's why I don't have faith in the chemtrails. That's why I don't have the faith in the harp thing or the weather manipulation. Yes, they seed the clouds. I think that's a grift. I think that's, we're going to find out they really didn't do much. It's God who's in control of the weather, not man. I mean, just crack open Job 38. Just crack that open. Start there. Start reading. When God says, who is this? How's it go? Who is this that shadows my door? Or something along that lines. He says, going up your loins like a man, I have questions for you. Where were you when I measured the waters of the deep? Do you know? Can you answer? Or how about the Leviathan? Do you know anything about that? No. Where does the wind come from? He asked these questions for 4 chapters of Job. You think you know everything? You don't know nothing.
Yeah.
So that's
I
my
do know
philosophy.
though that there's an awful lot of men who think that they always know better than everyone else, and they're going to make it happen their way because they got the money to do it. We've seen it with governments. We've seen it in communism. That's a great example. Some dudes, a series of creepy dudes who are going to make it.
That the earth was covered with unrighteous, evil men doing nefarious things.
Oh yeah,
and God did something about it.
Yeah, and Nimrod
building
the Tower of Babel.
It was before the Tower of Babel. They were marrying, they were given and married, they were eating, they were drinking until the day the rains came. And they didn't even know, like you said, they didn't know what rain was.
Mm-mm.
And this next time, they'll be eating and drinking and nefarious, evil people doing nefarious, evil things to try to prove that there is no God. We can control the weather. We can do it. It's like the joke. Yeah,
there it is.
Scientist says we've mapped out the genome. We've got it figured out. We can create life. They stood before God, so we got it all figured out. We can produce life. And God says, let me see. So they got all their technological stuff together, and they built this big old, I'm thinking of young Frankenstein. They built this big old, it's alive. They built all this stuff, and one of the scientists reached down and grabbed a handful of dirt, and God said, no, get your own dirt.
Get your own dirt. You can't use what I made.
Right.
You said you could do it.
Einstein
That's
says
funny.
if you want to make an apple pie from scratch, you got to start with a universe. We really don't know.
No.
We really don't know anything.
True
You want to
story.
get really crazy, we could get into quantum physics. That's a fun conversation, but not tonight. So,
I got into a discussion about metaphysics when I was at that little convention this past weekend in Las Vegas. This is once again just people thinking they're so much smarter than the Bible itself.
Yep.
And they know better because they're more enlightened. And I'm sure drugs are involved too.
You know why God calls us sheep, right? Because when you take all the knowledge of all of man,
with mint jelly, we're delicious.
Yes. Yeah. All the knowledge of all of man from Adam to today, and you put it before God, it just goes bah.
That's right. Right on.
So anyway,
Well, that's all I got for you, brother, this week from California.
Upset too many people. I wasn't meant to upset people. I just want people to think about these conspiracy theories, because I bought into some of them too, and I don't anymore, because God's in control, not man.
Amen.
Anytime you glorify man, that man is higher than God, that man can do things that are supposed to be God's realm.
I'm not glorifying these men. I want them to stop. I want them to be stopped.
They're
I'm
going to
not
be
glorifying them.
They're going to be stopped. You know, one of the things you can rest assured, Bill Gates, what's in his 80s?
Is he that old?
Yeah, probably.
Is he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, when I was 10, he was like 30.
Really?
So I'm 54. So yeah, he's like in his 80s or maybe late 70s. I guarantee you.
Adrenochrome really works. It's kept him younger looking.
I guarantee you that he will be stopped one way or another. Within the next 10 or 15 years, there'll be no more Bill Gates. And he'll stand before God. Hopefully he'll repent before then. And he'll...
You know what? Another scripture that I really take heart and I take it seriously and I believe it is, what is done in darkness will be exposed by the light. And I think this year, from everything I'm hearing, people I'm talking to, insider trading knowledge and so on and so forth, this whole great reset thing is about to bust wide open this year.
Oh yeah. It's more than the great reset.
About to go down hard. Oh, yeah. Like you said, they're going to, what was it? Self-deport?
Self-deport. Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene already has.
The planet.
Or the country. Marjorie Taylor Greene already did. She self-deported to Costa Rica.
Yeah, good point.
Just
but
saying.
She can be extradited out of there, though. She wasn't that smart.
Well, that's just the first step. So they're saying Bill Gates is 70 years old. Okay, whatever. He's still closer to the end than he is the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. And he ain't got much left as far as where he's going to leave stuff to, because his wife left him because he was doinking children with Bill Gates. Or Bill Gates.
Oh yeah. With Epstein. They don't have any kids either, do they?
I don't know that he does. I don't know that he does.
Gates has kids? I don't think so. I've never heard. Never heard him talk about him. Never heard anything about him. If he's got them.
So, but see, it's gonna take care of itself because God's in control. See,
Amen.
Don't be surprised when you see all this evil stuff happening. Jesus said it was going to happen. Don't be shocked. It's going to happen. When the days come, we're living in those days. What you should be doing, instead of worrying about what Bill Gates is doing with his trying to block out the sun, or what Apple's doing, trying to create the singularity so they can create their 501c religion or worship the beast, is what they're going to call it. You shouldn't be worried about that. Just glorify God that it's happening the way he said it was going to happen.
Good point. And pray for discernment, just like Jesus told us to. Pray for discernment so you will not be fooled by AI or anything else. The Holy Spirit will tell you whether it's of the Lord or if it's of the devil, and there is no gray. That's just black and white. It's either of the Lord
Even
or
if
it
they're
isn't.
aliens.
Yeah,
There's no gray.
exactly right.
Those are called.
We didn't even talk about the alien thing and the lizard people and all the other crap I keep hearing
Well,
about.
according to Tim Burchett, that there's more coming, and the more coming stuff. He said this is just tip of the iceberg, where they got more releases coming next week and the week after. They're going to be even worse. So I ain't worried about it.
Good.
It's a God thing. God's in control. He's got this. So I'll just cast him out in Jesus' name.
May I ask you to do us a favor? Check out this company that Mike and I are both working with, and it's called Nueva Life, Nueva Life, Nueva, as in Spanish for new life, nuevalife.com. And you can.
Let me show you. This right here.
You got some
right here.
Oh, check you out.
Little tiny pill. And by the way, up on the QR code, that's Charlie's QR code. You can support Charlie and our show here if you just click on that QR code and get yourself Nueva Body. It's this one little tiny pill right here. And let me show you what this pill's been doing for people, okay? They've been taking the Nueva Body and they're losing weight. They're feeling better. It's helping with their skin. It replaces that shot that everybody's getting, with all the side effects. It's the same sort of thing as that. It's just better for you. Here's another lady who lost a ton of weight, taking just a Nueva Body. This lady right here lost 27.4 pounds, 19 inches. She says, so much more energy, major focus. I have my happy back. I mean, you can see the difference. You can see the difference right there. Here's another lady who's lost a bunch using, and of course, they're obviously she's doing some other things too to help her body. But with the Nueva Body, and you can get that by clicking on the QR code at the top of the screen. It'll take you right over there. And if you can't find it, you're like, Mike, I can't find this. What are you talking about? Then send me a text. Just send me an email to patriotmikeshow@gmail.com. I'll connect with you. I'll get you to walk you through the process and you purchase, and it'll be great.
Is it the Patriot Mike Show or just Patriot Mike Show at Gmail?
Patriot Mike Show. PatriotMikeShow@gmail.com. That's the easiest.
Yeah,
squeeze.
Good. Thank you. Please do check it out. What do you got to lose? They've got all kinds of great products on there. And the best part is
go ahead.
They're really into natural, and so am I now. I mean, I've lived off chemicals most of my life.
I don't care.
I've lost count of all the microwave burritos, gas station burritos I've eaten. But they're all about natural, and United States of America, baby.
Yep, made right here.
Made.
I've been taking the chocolate sauce makes pants fall off, the chocolate raspberry snow collagen or snow slim, and I've lost 50 pounds taking just that. So then you can combine these two products together, by the way. And the one side effect that I found this is a terrible side effect. It really is true. I found a side effect with the Snow Slim, and that is I got to buy new pants. Mine don't fit anymore. It's terrible.
Gosh, that's rough. So thank you so much for click out. Yeah, use that QR code. That's easiest. Or just put in nuevalife.com/Charlie Simons. And that's how I spell my name right down here with 2 E's, because my name's actually Charles Lee. CharlleeSimons. And that will take you to you'll get a nice little 10% discount. You use my name as a promo code. And join. You can join Mike and me in selling this for yourself too, and being part of our team.
Right now, there's there's a big old buy one get one sale, and there's they call the credit wallet. If you sign up between now, I think the end of the month. Don't quote me on that. There's buy one get one, all kinds of buy one get one sales, and they give you a $10 credit to your first purchase in the credit wallet right now as we speak. That's what they have. So, and keep an eye on that. As we get closer to the month, they may increase that $10 may because the end of last month it was $20. So anyways, that's available for you if you want to check it out. And like I said, it's buy one get one. So you buy one, you get another, and buy two, you get two more. So it's crazy what they're offering right now. So,
and at my website right down here too, you can also get yourself this awesome mug. Let's talk about politics and religion. Do not talk. Big old
By the
15-ounce mug. Of course, it's red, and it's a 15-ounce mug. I got fairly big hands. Not like Patriot Mike's baseball catcher's mitt hands, but all 4 of my fingers fit in this here right here. And I like big mugs. I cannot lie. Them other brothers can't deny. So you can find this and shirts and hats and all kinds of stuff at my website right there, charliesimons.com.
You interviewed Jeff Lockington, a good friend of mine. He's a pastor here.
I really liked him, man.
I was over at his house the other day, and he was sitting there drinking coffee out of one of your mugs.
He bought one. Wasn't that cool?
One, yeah.
I thought that was so neat.
I meant to get a selfie and send it to you, but I forgot. So anyways, thought I'd let you know. All right. Thank you all for joining us. We are long today, but we had a lot to talk about. We had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Again, next week, we're going to do it again. And who knows? I think this is a fun show for us to do. I don't know about y'all. So anyway, share it with your friends. Tell everybody about it. Let's grow the numbers on the show. We appreciate y'all being out there. Thank y'all. See y'all later. I'll see you tomorrow on the Patriot Mike Show. Check out Charlie's channels on Rumble and he's on the Patriot Mike Show page on Facebook. Check it out because he does a lot of interviews with a lot of great people, a lot of good stuff. So
thanks, man.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, you guys
talk to y'all later. God bless.
Charlie and Mike. Charlie and Mike. Talk about it. Tell the truth. God and country in the booth. We stand strong. We hold the line. Won't shut up. Not this time. Hands on heart, eyes up high. We were made to testify. Charlie and Mike. Charlie and Mike. God and country, we stand right. Truth on fire, we won't hide. USA, USA, side by side. Let them hear us, clear and loud. One small voice can move a crowd. Charlie and Mike, God and country, we stand right. Truth on fire, we won't hide. USA, USA, side by side.
Hey,